5280 Sports Network on a Thursday, your morning minute. Nate Lundy, Sean Drotar, TJ Carpenter. Thanks for stopping by, checking in on the news of the day. Let's start with the Rockies, who may have, in fact, just scored again based on the way that they were playing yesterday. No, I won't talk about Cargo's stat line. Let's talk about Cargo's stat. Let's talk about something else, Sean.
I thought you were going to talk about Cargo's stat line. Well, the Rockies certainly got it all going last night. 14-0 at one point before they could put it in cruise control. John Gray seemed to get a little bit of return to form too. He's been kind of wobbly ever since he came back from the DL. The Rockies need him to get better. But now it feels as if their rotation is set, that they have 5 guys there, and as long as the injuries don't mess with it, that they're good to go now for the last 6 weeks or so of the season. So for the Rockies, it's a big series. I think they want to finish it with a win in the day game today, win that series 3-1, and then have Milwaukee come in, who, by the way, won last night, only trails by 4 games.
As you look across those wildcard standings and where the Rockies sit, I know that we all would like to see them make the wildcard. I believe they will do it. The question is, can they get that game at home, which would make such a big difference for them. This is the middle of this homestand. But TJ, it would have been nice to take 17 runs and kind of spread them out over a few days, huh?
Yeah, so it's really good for your run differential for the season, but it doesn't necessarily, it doesn't get you more wins.
Right.
I think the hope is that you turn whatever was working for you offensively last night into 3, 4, 5 games on out. And clearly the Braves are a team that you have an advantage over, you're better than. Can you do that once you go back on the road? I think that'll be and especially next series against Milwaukee, that'll be big.
Speaking of being on the road, the Broncos are doing that right now, TJ. The joint practice is going on with the 49ers. We had our good friend Chris Landry on the show, on the radio show yesterday, talking about how much he likes those joint practices. You a fan?
Yeah, I do. I think it's really good to help you evaluate the talent that you need to going up against a different team. You mentioned on the show red zone work is really important, and you can work with teams on red zone opportunities. It's a good chance for you to do that. But also there's some injury risk there, so you want to make sure that your high-level talent guys, especially on the defense that's already sustained a lot, don't get hurt.
Sean, talking about injuries, we've seen a lot of it on the defense. How long can they sustain if these guys, even just small nicks and bruises, keep going down?
Well, we've talked about this on the show as well. The defense is definitely one of those parts of the game where it is the weakest link in a chain, because the Broncos have enough injuries now, especially on the defensive line. That's where you get concerned. They were shallow to begin with, and now they could be very shallow. Derek Wolfe is hurt. Jared Crick is hurt. DeMarcus Walker may need an MRI on a hip, of which he's had some problems with before. So they're looking at a point where they're pretty shallow. And the linebackers, the no-fly zone in the defensive backfield, they can't do their jobs unless the defensive line is doing theirs. That's what I'm going to be most concerned about. That's what I'm going to be paying attention to on Saturday.
While you are online watching this video, do us a favor. Go visit our friends at Junior Achievement for Rocky Mountain. It's jacolorado.org is their website. They have an amazing fundraiser going on right now called the Golden Ticket. It is $50. You can buy as many tickets as you want. The prize that will be drawn for is season tickets for all 4 teams for 2017 and 2018. Rockies, Broncos, Avs, Nuggets. So you get 2 season tickets to every team, and every entry is only $50, and it of course goes to benefit Junior Achievement here in the Rocky Mountain region. jacolorado.org, great charity. We want to support it. Our good friend Sean Barker, who's on the board, clued us into this fundraiser that they're doing here at the end of the summer, and there's only about a week left to get your tickets. So get online, jacolorado.org. Back with you tomorrow for a Football Friday edition of the program, but for now, for TJ, for Sean, I'm Nate. We'll see you.